One night she had this big party and I was trying to sleep in the guest house. I was trying to get a few hours of precious sleep. Somebody's knocking on the door. They keep knocking and I'm like, who the hell is that? Who is it? I heard his voice outside. It's your trainer. I'm here to check your abs. I opened the door and there was Arnold with a big cigar.
For 3 decades, I have tested and evaluated most kinds of nutrition advice there is. That's Dolph Lundgren speaking. At 68 years old, the man who played Ivan Drago in Rocky IV still looks like he could step into the ring tomorrow. His physique hasn't just aged well, it's defied time completely. Meet Dolph Lundgren, not just an action movie legend who punched alongside Sylvester Stallone, but a chemical engineer with a master's degree from MIT, who applied scientific principles to his training and nutrition for over 40 years. At 68, Dolph Lundgren looks like he's in his early 50s. His muscles are still defined. His energy is boundless. His physique proves that intelligent nutrition beats trendy diets every single time. In this video, we're revealing Dolph Lundgren's battle-tested nutrition approach, the exact foods he's eaten for decades to stay in peak condition, his special recipes that power his training, the supplement stack that supports longevity, and why his approach works better than extreme dieting. If you're over 50 and want sustainable results that last decades, not weeks, this is the video you need. Stick around. The Lundgren philosophy, tested and proven. Dolph Lundgren doesn't follow fads. He spent 3 decades testing different nutrition approaches, always with specific goals in mind. Preparing for film roles, training for demanding karate competitions, maintaining peak performance year after year. His approach isn't complicated. It's sustainable, balanced, and built on real food. I usually had specific goals in mind, such as preparing for various film roles or demanding karate competitions. It is based on this experience I'd like to give you my thoughts on how to eat right. This isn't theory from someone who read a book. This is practical wisdom from a man who's maintained an incredible physique for over 40 years. Lundgren's nutrition philosophy centers on consistency over perfection. He doesn't count every calorie or obsess over macros. He focuses on high-quality whole foods, adequate protein, and eating in a way that supports both performance and recovery. At 68, he's proven that this approach works better than extreme restriction or complicated protocols. The DL Wake-Up Shot, starting every day. Right Lundgren begins every morning with what he calls the DL Wake-Up Shot. This powerful morning brew kickstarts his metabolism and provides essential nutrients before training. Half a glass of water, 2 tablespoons of MSM, 1 gram of effervescent vitamin C, 3 tablespoons of an energy drink. Mix and drink first thing after waking. This combination serves multiple purposes. MSM supports joint health and reduces inflammation, crucial for a 68-year-old who still trains intensely. The vitamin C boosts immune function and supports collagen production. The energy drink provides a controlled amount of caffeine to enhance focus and performance. Lundgren emphasizes that this shot is especially effective if you're training before breakfast. It provides nutrients and energy without the digestive burden of a full meal. For men over 50, joint health becomes paramount. The MSM in this morning shot helps Lundgren's joints stay healthy despite decades of intense training. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. No complicated meal prep, no expensive ingredients, just a quick shot that prepares the body for training while supporting long-term health. The DL Muscle Shake, post-workout recovery. After training, Lundgren relies on his signature DL Muscle Shake. Low-fat yogurt, 1 banana, 1 raw egg, 1 tablespoon honey, 20 grams of whey protein, 3 to 4 ice cubes. Mix in a blender and serve after a workout or for breakfast. This shake provides everything needed for recovery. The whey protein delivers fast-absorbing amino acids for muscle repair. The raw egg adds additional protein and healthy fats. The banana provides potassium to replenish what's lost during training. The honey offers quick-digesting carbohydrates to restore glycogen. Lundgren sometimes makes this shake with cold water instead of yogurt for a lighter option. He also adds peanut butter for extra calories and healthy fats when he needs more energy. This flexibility is key. The shake adapts to his needs rather than following rigid rules. At 68, recovery becomes more important than ever. Lundgren's Muscle Shake provides the nutrients his body needs to repair tissue, reduce inflammation, and maintain muscle mass. The combination of fast and slow digesting proteins ensures sustained amino acid delivery for hours after training. Lundgren's daily eating structure. Lundgren eats 3 main meals per day plus 2 snacks. He keeps his protein intake over 100 grams daily to support muscle maintenance. He's pescatarian, eating fish and eggs but no meat. He uses supplements strategically and incorporates protein shakes and bars when convenient. Breakfast options include oatmeal with sliced banana, honey, cinnamon, and skim milk, with 2 hard-boiled eggs and whole grain toast. Alternatively, yogurt with muesli and mixed fruit with whole grain bread and honey. Another option is his signature muscle shake with yogurt, banana, blueberries, honey, whey protein, a raw egg, and ice. For mid-morning snacks, Lundgren keeps it simple: a protein drink, a banana with a protein bar, or yogurt with fruit and honey. These snacks maintain energy levels and provide steady protein throughout the day. Lunch typically features high-quality protein with complex carbohydrates and vegetables, grilled fish with rice and green salad, Caesar salad with grilled chicken breast, cured salmon with potato salad. The focus is always on nutrient-dense whole foods that provide sustained energy. Afternoon snacks follow the same principle: a protein drink with banana or an apple with a bag of peanuts. Simple, convenient, and effective for maintaining energy and preventing muscle breakdown between meals. Dinner is eaten no later than 7 p.m. unless eating out. Options include steak with baked potato and vegetables, grilled chicken breast with wild rice and vegetables, or a large bowl of chicken soup with a cheese sandwich. Even his lighter dinner option, yogurt with fresh berries and bananas, provides adequate protein and nutrients. The 5 key foods Dolph swears by: 1. Oatmeal with nuts and fruit. Lundgren starts many mornings with oatmeal topped with nuts and fresh fruit. Oatmeal provides complex carbohydrates with a low glycemic index, delivering sustained energy without blood sugar spikes. The fiber supports digestive health and helps maintain stable insulin levels. Adding nuts provides healthy fats and additional protein. Fresh fruit adds antioxidants and natural sweetness. This combination keeps Lundgren full and energized for hours. 2. Fish for complete protein and omega-3s. As a pescatarian, Lundgren relies heavily on fish for protein. Salmon, tuna, shrimp, and other fish provide complete amino acid profiles for muscle maintenance. The omega-3 fatty acids in fatty fish reduce inflammation, support heart health, and protect joints. At 68, these anti-inflammatory properties are crucial for staying active and pain-free. 3. Eggs for versatile protein. Lundgren eats eggs daily, whether hard-boiled with breakfast, scrambled in a sandwich, or raw in his muscle shake. Eggs provide high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients like choline and B vitamins. The raw egg in his shake adds extra protein and fat without additional cooking or preparation. 4. Complex carbohydrates for sustained energy. Rice, pasta, potatoes, and whole grain bread appear regularly in Lundgren's diet. These complex carbohydrates fuel his training and support recovery. Unlike simple sugars that spike and crash blood sugar, complex carbs provide steady energy throughout the day. Lundgren pairs them with protein and vegetables for balanced meals. 5. Vegetables and salad for micronutrients. Every lunch and dinner includes generous portions of vegetables or salad: bell peppers, broccoli, carrots, lettuce, spinach, asparagus. These provide essential vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants that support overall health and recovery. The fiber aids digestion and helps maintain stable blood sugar. 3 nutrition principles Dolph lives. By 1, prioritize protein at every meal. Lundgren keeps his protein intake over 100 grams per day through fish, eggs, yogurt, and protein supplements. This supports muscle maintenance and recovery. As men age, protein requirements increase to prevent muscle loss. Lundgren understands this and makes protein a priority at every meal. 2. Eat clean whole foods consistently. Lundgren's diet consists almost entirely of whole, minimally processed foods: fish, eggs, oatmeal, rice, vegetables, fruit. No junk food, no processed meals, no empty calories. This approach provides maximum nutrition from every bite. When you eat clean consistently for decades, the results speak for themselves. 3. Supplement strategically to fill gaps. Lundgren uses a targeted supplement stack: 1 serving of multivitamins daily, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C in the morning with his wake-up shot, 1,500 milligrams of glucosamine for joint health, 2 to 3 grams of MSM for inflammation and recovery, 1,500 milligrams of omega-3 fish oil for heart and brain health, 20 grams of whey protein in his muscle shake. These supplements support areas where diet alone might fall short, especially joint health and inflammation reduction. Lundgren's approach to cheat meals. Lundgren doesn't follow rigid cheat meal schedules. He maintains balance and allows himself flexibility when the situation calls for it. When eating out or in social situations, he doesn't stress about perfect adherence to his usual diet. This relaxed approach prevents the stress and obsession that can be counterproductive to health. However, his baseline remains consistently clean. The vast majority of his meals consist of whole, nutritious foods. This creates room for occasional indulgences without derailing progress. After decades of months of consistent clean eating, occasional deviations don't impact his physique or health. At 68, Lundgren has proven that balance beats extremes. You don't need to be perfect 100% of the time. You need to be consistently good most of the time, with flexibility when life requires it. This sustainable approach is why Lundgren still looks incredible while many of his contemporaries have let themselves go. In Part 2, we'll reveal his exact training routine that complements this nutrition approach, the 3-day split that keeps him strong and injury-free, the boxing and hiking that maintain his conditioning, and the recovery strategies that allow him to train intensely at 68. Don't miss it. Dolph Lundgren's Training Secret. Part 2. Workout and Principles, the training philosophy that defies age. When you get to a certain age, it's pointless trying to overdo it. That's Dolph Lundgren's training philosophy at 68. After decades of intense karate competition, action movie roles, and bodybuilding style training, Lundgren has learned what actually works for longevity. And it's not what most people think. His approach combines strength training, boxing, hiking, and meditation. He trains 5 days per week with a 3-day split for weights, supplemented by boxing and hiking on alternate days. This varied approach keeps him strong, conditioned, and injury-free, despite nearly 5 decades of intense training. A day in the life of Dolph Lundgren. Lundgren's typical day begins with meditation. I try to meditate for 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how much time I have. This mental preparation sets the tone for everything that follows. After meditation, he checks emails and then trains either before breakfast if doing cardio or after breakfast with weights. If filming, sometimes he trains after work. The meditation practice is crucial. It reduces stress, improves focus, and supports recovery. At 68, managing stress becomes as important as the training itself. Lundgren's commitment to daily meditation demonstrates his holistic approach to fitness and longevity. His training schedule looks like this: 2 to 3 days per week of strength training, 2 to 3 days per week of boxing or hiking, 5 total training days with 2 rest days. This balanced approach provides adequate stimulus for muscle maintenance and cardiovascular fitness while allowing proper recovery. The 3-day training split that built Ivan Drago Lundgren follows a classic 3-day bodybuilding split. Day 1 focuses on back and biceps. Day 2 hits chest, shoulders, and triceps. Day 3 trains legs. This split allows each muscle group to recover fully between sessions while maintaining training frequency. His warm-up routine is comprehensive: 15 minutes of mobility and dynamic stretching to prepare joints and muscles, 10 rounds of 3 minutes once a week, either with a heavy bag or shadow boxing, push-ups and sit-ups for 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off, stretching with each stretch held for a minimum of 10 seconds. This thorough warm-up is non-negotiable. At 68, proper preparation prevents injury and enhances performance. Lundgren doesn't rush into heavy lifting. He takes the time needed to prepare his body properly. Day 1. Back and biceps. Lat pull down 4 sets of 10 reps or 3 sets as a pyramid for 8, 10, 12 reps. 45 seconds rest between sets. This exercise builds lat width and overall back development. Lundgren focuses on full range of motion and mind-muscle connection rather than ego lifting. Decline Smith machine row, same set and rep scheme. This movement develops back thickness and strength. The Smith machine provides stability, allowing Lundgren to focus on the targeted muscles without worrying about balance. Rope pull down, 4 sets of 10 reps. This finishes the back work with emphasis on the lats and upper back. The rope attachment allows for a natural pulling motion that's easier on the joints. Cable bicep curl, 4 sets of 10 reps. Cables provide constant tension throughout the range of motion, maximizing muscle engagement. Lundgren doesn't use excessively heavy weights. He focuses on control and muscle contraction. Seated bicep curl, 4 sets of 10 reps. The seated position eliminates momentum and forces strict form. This isolation work ensures the biceps receive maximum stimulus. Dumbbell hammer curl, 4 sets of 10 reps. This variation targets the brachialis and brachioradialis, building overall arm thickness and functional grip strength. The entire back and bicep session takes approximately 60 to 75 minutes, including warm-up. Lundgren doesn't rush. He takes adequate rest between sets and focuses on quality over quantity. Day 2, chest, shoulders, and triceps. Dumbbell chest press, 4 sets of 10 reps or 3 sets as a pyramid. Lundgren prefers dumbbells to barbells for chest work. The increased range of motion and natural movement pattern are easier on the shoulders while providing excellent muscle activation. Lying dumbbell fly, same set and rep scheme. This isolation movement stretches the pecs and provides a different stimulus than pressing movements. Lundgren keeps the weight moderate to protect his shoulder joints. Push-ups, 4 sets of 10 reps. Even at 68, Lundgren includes body weight exercises. Push-ups build functional pressing strength and engage core stabilizers. They also serve as active recovery between heavier exercises. Upright row, 4 sets of 10 reps. This compound movement develops the entire shoulder complex plus traps. Lundgren uses moderate weight and focuses on control to avoid shoulder impingement. Front raise, 4 sets of 10 reps. This isolation exercise targets the front deltoids. Lundgren performs these with control, avoiding momentum or swinging. Side lateral raise, 4 sets of 10 reps. The bread and butter of shoulder width. Lundgren focuses on feeling the lateral deltoids working rather than just moving weight. Seated overhead lateral raise, 4 sets of 10 reps. This variation eliminates body English and forces strict form. The seated position makes the lateral deltoids work harder. Rear delt raise, 4 sets of 10 reps. Essential for balanced shoulder development and posture. Lundgren doesn't neglect the rear delts despite them being hard to see in the mirror. I like doing supersets, especially for triceps, Lundgren explains. Supersets increase training density and efficiency. At 68, time becomes valuable. Supersets allow Lundgren to complete more work in less time while maintaining intensity. Day 3, legs dumbbell, Romanian deadlift, 4 sets of 10 reps or 3 sets as a pyramid. This exercise develops the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. Lundgren uses dumbbells rather than a barbell, which feels more natural and puts less stress on the spine. Smith machine squat, same set and rep scheme. I don't do super heavy squats or deadlifts, but I can go heavy enough now that it helps me with age. Lundgren has learned that moderate weights with perfect form build muscle and strength without destroying joints. The limited leg workout is due to injury at the time of filming, but Lundgren's philosophy is clear. He doesn't ego lift. He doesn't do exercises that cause pain or excessive joint stress. I just don't do high kicks or the splits anymore. This wisdom comes from decades of experience and understanding what his body can handle. Boxing training for conditioning. I do about 15 minutes warm-up and then 10 times 3-minute rounds once a week, either with the bag or shadow boxing. I then do push-ups and sit-ups for 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off. This boxing work provides intense cardiovascular conditioning without the joint impact of running. Boxing also maintains Lundgren's explosive power and coordination. The footwork, head movement, and punching combinations engage the entire body. At 68, maintaining this level of athleticism is remarkable. Shadowboxing allows Lundgren to practice technique and combinations without taking any impact. Heavy bag work develops power and conditioning while providing stress relief. The 3-minute rounds mimic actual boxing rounds, building fight-specific endurance. The push-up and sit-up intervals after boxing ensure complete upper body and core fatigue. 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off creates metabolic conditioning that burns fat and builds endurance. This high-intensity approach is efficient and effective. The Lundgren legacy, balance, and longevity. At 68, Dolph Lundgren proves that you don't have to accept decline. You don't have to stop training intensely. You don't have to sacrifice your physique as you age. His 3-day split combined with boxing and hiking creates complete fitness. His moderate weights with perfect form protect joints while building muscle. His meditation and recovery practices support long-term health. When you get to a certain age, it's pointless trying to overdo it. This wisdom guides everything Lundgren does. Train smart, recover properly, stay consistent. The results speak for themselves. At 68, Lundgren looks like he's 50, and you can too. The question is, are you ready to train for longevity instead of just intensity? Thanks for watching.